Minister of the Federal Capital Territory FCT Nyesom Wike has defended the legality of the recently concluded local government elections in Rivers State, insisting that the polls were conducted within the framework of emergency rule and backed by constitutional provisions. Speaking during a media chat in Abuja, Wike dismissed criticisms from former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and Labour Party's Peter Obi, accusing them of political mischief and ignorance of the law, stressing that the election was free from insecurity.
Must give us credit to come up with such an alliance that will bring peace in the state. Why not try it in your own state and see whether it will work? So you must come to study us. You must come to study us. No, I said I shouldn't. Do not consider. What I'm saying, no, you have to hear. You actually hear me now. What I'm trying to say is that this is what you have said. I have not accepted, but I said, okay, assuming that was done, what does it tell you? What is important? No, the point I'm making, whether I have my house or not, strategy in politics is what matters. The strategy, listen, strategy in politics is very, very important. First of all, you always talking about gunshots in elections in Rivers State. You are talking about hijacking of materials in Rivers State. You always say so. And now, if the people have sat down, actually, to say, look, we will not allow these gunshots again. We will not allow this hijacking of materials. Let's sit on our own, see how can we move our state forward. And that has not given them peace. Why are you worried? That there's peace. So you would have been happy if you hear Rivers State 20 people were shot. You carry such news to make headline that 20 people were shot in Rivers State yesterday. You'll be very happy. Now, Rivers people have defeated you on that. They have defeated you on that. There will not be any more gunshots.
Speaking on the emergency rule in the state, Wike had this to say.
I said, emergency rule is provided in the Constitution. I'm coming. So you know what I'm saying. Provided. And that under the emergency rule, that the president has power to make regulations concerning the governance of that emergency areas. And that under emergency rule does not mean that you don't follow rule of law. And that the president under the regulation made has said elections should be conducted. And I'm saying, if emergency rule, which is even provided in the Constitution, you are saying that cannot conduct election to allow democracy at the third tier level, that if what is provided in the Constitution, allowed in the Constitution, cannot do this, are you not saying people who get to the barrel of gun, which has no provision in the Constitution, cannot conduct election for democratically elected people? That's the basis of what I said. That emergency rule is provided in the Constitution, and that the president has power to make regulation as to the governance of that area. And that people are now coming up to say, look, let me just tell you, some people have said under the Electoral Act. I said, they've not even read the regulation. The president has suspended some sections of the Electoral Act and then some sections of the law concerning Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. And that has paved the way for that regulation to hold election.